go with the flex with the squad and smoking up a check. Man, I just wanna go flex. Hold on my teeth and on my neck.
What's going on, guys? It's day 2, and I actually got the whole gauge, both gauges, air fuel ratio and boost gauge, all set up. It's all plugged in and ready to go. I got my pillar installed as well. Now, I'm gonna tell you, this took about 8 hours for me to do. Only for the reason that running the wires and all that good stuff and cleaning it up was a pain in the ass. But this is it right here. This is how it looks. The pillar that I actually bought off of eBay was actually really nice, and it sits flush. This is how it kind of looks when you're just sitting inside. But that's that. Today I got my buddy Schilling here. He's using the bathroom, but we're gonna be starting to mount everything for the supercharger kit right there. So we're gonna read the manual they gave us and kind of just go, you know, as we go. So hope you guys enjoy. I'll do like time lapses here and there, and then I'll probably stop at a point and I'll just tell you, you know, where we're at and some things that you should know when you're installing the kit.
Lucy, I'm going righty-tighty.
Yep. All right, guys, so the first step, we're gonna be removing the crankshaft pulley. I have the pulley tool. I highly recommend it. I mean, you can try to fit an impact in there. If we can't get it off, then we'll try that. But the space is kind of limited, so that's the first step. Alrighty, guys, so we got the crankshaft pulley bolt out. It was kind of a hassle to do it. We were about to use our impact, but we managed to get it. As soon as it popped, it I mean, we kind of just looked at each other like, oh my god.
We did it.
We did it. So, got the crankshaft pulley out. You remove this, and then you grab the pulley that comes with the kit, and you put it all together, and you put this one back on. So.
You got it, and you know.
Yeah, if you don't mind. All right, that's out. And we're on to this step. So, guys, this is an update. I haven't been recording because I've been trying to figure some things out. But for the crank pulley, we ran into a problem where the key wouldn't line up with the pulley that came with the kit. We were kind of wondering. I forgot what it's actually called, but there's like a little indent on the crankshaft, and then there's one on this as well where we thought the key kind of slides through so it stays in place. But after messaging the vendor, they said that the nut that's within this pulley should hold in place, and you just torque it down. So that's what we did there. We Loctited all that. We just got to torque it down, get an impact, and get all that situated. We took this pulley off and grabbed this bolt that came with the assembly and put it on here so we can attach the factory pulley and the pulley that came with the kit. Now we're about to do the brackets that hold the assembly together. Alright, guys, we got an update. I forgot to mention, we got Schilling and we got Oscar, my two homies that are helping me with the install. So I installed the bracket for the VTEC solenoid. That's all snug. Just make sure you have your O-ring on the inside and the one that's factory on the outside that's originally on your VTEC solenoid. After we got this bracket removed on your intake manifold inner top left bolt, there's a stud you have to remove. Luckily, I didn't have to use a stud remover. I just or while shilling, just use pliers. We tried the double nut method and I think we loosened it a little bit, but he used pliers and then he removed it loosely. So we got this all fit. You got a spacer that goes on the inside of this bolt and that sits all together. Now we're messing with the assembly. We got the Pro Charger, we got the banjo bolts on for both sides, and then now we're about to mount it on here, get everything torqued down, and then I'll show you guys a video when we actually start putting it in there. So, yep.
Okay, I'm gonna go and get it.
For your 12-point set, in case there's one.
Okay, I'm gonna find out what set is.
Dang, that shit looks insane. Stand here like this. We got the assembly on. This bolt attaches to your passenger side bracket where your VTEC solenoid connects, and this bolt right here connects to your driver's side where your intake manifold stud had to be removed. And then you have a nut right here that also has to be torqued down. It says 38 foot-pounds. Now that's all installed, I need to loosen this tensioner, pulley or tensioner, and get the belt on there completely, and then start tightening everything to spec. So that's the progress we have right now, and we should be able to start putting the oil system right here, and then it should be pretty much good to go, all the intake piping and all that good stuff. So yep. Alright guys, back with an update. We got the whole serpentine belt installed. We had an issue with the idler pulley putting tension and not applying tension. So pretty much the idler pulley needs to be loosely installed, and then you should be able to tighten this, and that should release tension. And then once that's all good, you put the belt on, then you tighten it back up, then you tighten the idler bolt back in, and then make sure that your play is just right, and you're good to go. We tighten the VTEC solenoid all together, put the wire on this side, that way it doesn't rub against the belt. And we're starting to do the process with the oil cooler for the oil system. We move the horn on the top where the radiator support bracket sits. So the oil cooler sits right here, and then I'm gonna put the what do you call that? The oil thingy sits right here as well. And then the lines run here, then you run it up to your banjo bolts, all that good stuff. So that's the update. Once that's all together, I'll be back with more. Alrighty guys, it is day 2 and we're almost done, kinda. We still got the injectors and the fuel pump to do, but I'm gonna save that for later because I still have to bleed out the oil for the Rotrex, and that is all assembled. We have the oil reservoir mounted, the oil filter mounted, and the oil cooler mounted. Just for reference, when you guys use it, cooler, this is how we mounted ours. Kind of left this one hanging because there's literally no hole for this, but we just mounted it where this condenser bracket mounts to. 2 bolts up here, and then we put the sensor back here, so it's kind of holding in place. And all the hoses are plugged up onto the vacuum lines for the Rotrex all the way through, so we're gonna bleed that later. Now we're gonna start with the intake system. I'll get back when I'm done with that. Alright, this is an update. Got the whole gang here. Got Lishy, got Stuart, Shilling still here, day 1. You got my photographer, just doing photographer shit. Then we got Oscar Lish over here. So this is it. It's all fully installed. We still got to do the injectors and the fuel pump, but I'm gonna start bleeding out the road trek. So. Huh?
Edit that out.
Just do it out.
Man, this is a weird.
But yeah, the intake, air intakes piping was actually pretty easy for the most part. It wasn't too complex. I had an issue with the catch can. I gotta actually return it and buy another one. But I'm gonna go ahead and bleed the system and I'll come back with more. So poppies. So now we bled the system, not fully, but for the reservoir, it says to do no more than 15 psi. Our dumbasses put 20 psi. I started bleeding through this banjo bolt. This is the inlet side. The liquid is, or the oil is blue, so you'll see blue coming out. And then we decided to re-bleed it again with 1 psi, so it thoroughly goes through. And now we're gonna turn on the car and then make sure the oil bleeds all the way through the outlet, and that's it.
What about this one?
That one's already tight.
Oh, okay.
All right, go ahead.
It's new, bro.
Don't pay for water, pay for clean. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide Pods.
Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Sleeping on my neck. And I'm stone cold with the flex from the squad. I'm smoking up a check. Man, I just wanna go flex.
What are you working on?
I'm just doing a fuel pump.
Confined spaces, huh?
Yeah.